Russia's capital, Moscow, is a city that surprises its visitors, counting both some of Europe's tallest buildings and some of its oldest in its skyline. Founded in the 12th century by Prince Yuri Dolgoruki, the construction of the Moscow Kremlin cemented the city's role as a strategic outpost on the Moskva River. The best place to start your Moscow journey is at Red Square, the city's very heart. The square enclosed by the Kremlin's red brick walls was built in the late 15th century and originally served as a marketplace for citizens. Apart from the Kremlin, the Red Square is also home to St. Basil's Cathedral, commissioned by the Tsar Ivan the Terrible in the late 16th century to honor Russia's capture of Kazan. Also in the square, you can find Lenin's Soviet-era Mausoleum, which is temporarily closed to visitors, as well as the Goom shopping mall, which is known for its boutique shops and famous ice cream cones. Steps from the Kremlin, visit the Bolshoi Theater, home to the world-class ballet and opera, founded in March of 1776 by Empress Catherine the Great. The theater burned down twice before the current neoclassical building opened in 1856. Near the Bolshoi Theater, visit Christ the Saviour Cathedral, constructed in the late 19th century to celebrate Russia's victory over Napoleon. The cathedral was demolished by Stalin in 1931 and reconstructed in the 1990s, using the building's original 19th century designs. Today, it is the world's tallest Orthodox church. Located to the northwest of the Kremlin, one of Moscow's most famous districts is Clean Ponds, home to the city's oldest surviving artificial pond. Originally called Dirty Ponds when it was first incorporated into the city of Moscow, it was cleaned up and renamed in the 18th century by Prince Menshikov, Peter the Great's closest advisor. The Clean Ponds Park, located at the very heart of the district, has year-round activities that range from fishing in the summer to outdoor ice skating in the winter. A trip to Moscow would not be complete without exploring the city's art scene. Pushkin Museum, located on Volonka Street, hosts Russia's main collection of European masterpieces, ranging from Renaissance works to modern art. The Tretyakov Art Gallery across the river is home to some of the best works of Ilya Repin, Wassily Kandinsky, and Mikhail Rubel. On Bolotny Island, visit the famous Red October Chocolate Factory, founded by the German chocolatier Theodor von Einem. This factory, once producing some of the Soviet Union's best-loved sweets, like Mishka and Olonka, now includes a museum dedicated to chocolate. For literature lovers, Moscow offers deep dives into the lives of its most famous writers. The Bulgakov House Museum, located on the Garden Ring, was the writer's Soviet home during the turbulent 1920s. It featured a graffiti wall of 1990s-era fan art dedicated to The Master and Margarita, his surreal critique of Soviet bureaucracy. Nearby, Patriarch's Ponds, actually just one pond today, is where the novel's opening scene unfolds, a place where Muscovites, tourists, and swans now gather. A short walk away, the Gogol House Museum on Nikitsky Boulevard offers a haunting glimpse into the life of Ukrainian-born writer Nikolai Gogol. This 19th century mansion preserves his writing desk, personal letters, and the eerie death mask cast after his passing. The surrounding neighborhood, once home to Moscow's aristocratic elite, now buzzes with cafes, where his satirical works, like Dead Souls, are still debated. A contrast to Gogol's somber legacy, the State Museum of Oriental Art, just across the street, dazzles with over 150,000 artifacts from Asia, the Caucasus, and the Middle East, detailing Russia's complex relationship with its eastern neighbors. For one of Moscow's most peaceful retreats, the Novodevichy Convent, west of the Kremlin, has stood as a potent symbol of Russian faith for centuries. The monastery, built by Grand Duke Basil III in the 16th century, offers stunning Moscow Baroque architecture and a historic cemetery where figures like Anton Chekhov and Boris Yeltsin are buried. Of course, no trip to Moscow could be complete without a visit to the old Arbat district. This 15th century merchant's road has evolved into Moscow's cultural center. The modern district is known for its street musicians, souvenir shops, and 19th century mansions. On a side street known as Krivoarbatsky Lane stands the Soy Wall, an iconic wall of graffiti dedicated to Soviet rock star Viktor Tsoi, the frontman of Kino. Apart from the old Arbat district, consider shopping on Tverskaya Street, Moscow's answer to Fifth Avenue. This bustling boulevard, named for the Russian city of Tver, is lined with high-end boutiques and first-rate restaurants. The Café Pushkin, built in a restored 19th century mansion, immerses guests in a Tsarist-era grandeur, with candlelit halls, celebrity patrons, and antique bookshelves. Beyond the center, Moscow's Imperial Pass shines bright at Kolomenskoye, a former royal estate with a UNESCO-listed wooden palace, and Tsaritsino, Catherine the Great's unfinished neo-Gothic palace surrounded by lush parks. On the Leningrad Boulevard, which leads to St. Petersburg, visit the Petroff Road Palace. This 18th century traveling palace, built for the Russian Tsars, was later used by Napoleon as his headquarters in Moscow. In Moscow's less traveled north, visit the Altuphievo estate, located in the Lianozovo district. This abandoned 16th century mansion was once owned by some of Imperial Russia's richest families. In striking contrast to Moscow's historic charm, visit Moskva City, the capital's cyberpunk skyscraper district. Dominated by the Federation Tower, once Europe's tallest building, the district, built in the 2000s, now bustles with observation decks, luxury apartments, corporate offices, and one of Europe's largest shopping malls. Moscow is a city of centuries and contrasts. From the churches and monasteries of the Middle Ages to the 19th century mansions, Stalinist towers, and skyscrapers of today. Use Tripetta's AI travel planner to review travel advisories, create an itinerary, and make hotel bookings. Comment on which city we should cover next, and visit Tripetta.com to plan your next trip.